Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm going to go through the Greenfield Village, which is in the Henry Ford Center in Dearborn, Michigan, right next door to the Henry Ford Museum that I did a video of just a couple days ago. So this Greenfield Village is a very large property with a lot of really old buildings from the 1800s, early 1900s, and also has some very important buildings, original buildings, not necessarily recreations, but original buildings that I'm going to show you as well. So come along with me and let's take a look around Greenfield Village. The Henry Ford Museum is over here, and there's the entrance, and there's the main street where a lot of the downtown type store buildings are, and then off to the right is a lot of residential buildings, mostly farmhouses, etc. This is a big lagoon there with an island in it, and this Henry Ford Academy is a high school for certain lucky people that don't have to go to a regular public school. So let's take a look at downtown first. And the first thing on Main Street is, guess what? Ford Motor Company. But the inside is not very impressive.
Came out of the Highland Park plant in 1927. It was driven off the line by Edison Ford with Henry in the passenger seat. They drove it from the Highland Park plant, which is Woodward Avenue in McNichols in Detroit, over here to Ford Engineering, where they took some pictures of the car along with the quadricycle. Everything on that car is original except the tires and the paint. It has been repainted.
And these people are waiting in line to take a ride in a Model T. And next is the Wright Brothers Bicycle Shop. This is the inside of it. And here are some of the tools that they sell. And here are their repair tools. Here's a model of their plane. This is the back room of the shop, and here is where they actually built the airplane. You can see the parts of it there. They built the motor and everything right here in their shop. And by the way, this building is not a recreation. This is the actual Wright Brothers shop, Dayton, Ohio, that Henry Ford bought and had moved right here. Here's some more info on the shop. And Ford also got a hold of the Wright Brothers home from Dayton, Ohio. There's some people taking a ride in their Model T. And right across the street is a dry goods shop. Yep, looks pretty dry to me. Well, it's quieter than you would think. Here's a statue of Thomas Edison, who collaborated a lot with Henry Ford. Here's a little camper turned into a lemonade stand. In fact, that's actually the name of it. Here's an interesting building. It's a jewelry shop. Only thing is, there's no jewelry in here. Not much in here except candy. They've got a popcorn and peanuts wagon, which is sold out, I guess. They have a chapel here where they do have weddings. Very lovely grounds. And over here you can see a pond. Looks like they must be giving boat rides at some point. Really nice place here. They've got some rowboats, and here's a railroad track. I have been hearing train whistles. I don't know just where the train goes.
Now we're going to buy our Swanee room. This is a lane now for smoke control here in the village.
I wonder what Mrs. Fisher is going to be cooking up today. And there's a covered bridge right here. And here's some birds taking a break from their swimming. Here's a shot of the side of the covered bridge. And it's a toll covered bridge. Here are the toll rates, just in case you need to know. Here's one of Thomas Edison's workshops. Ooh, look at all this machinery. Here's a log cabin school. And this big tree is not going to get away with that fence around it. And this is the George Washington Carver cabin. That's where you get on the train. And they have other train equipment here. And this, it says, is a roundhouse. Although it's only very slightly curved, if you ask me. This is what's inside the building. And out here is where the engine gets on there and changes directions. Here's another lemonade stand that is not open for business. And this building is the Gallery of Glass. And the purpose of this glass is for showing off. I think they're right. Looks like glass to me. I think this piece here would be a nice decoration for my motorhome. And this piece of artwork is just simply encased in glass. I don't know if that really counts. We've got a lot of really nice art pieces here. And I could get a lot better video if the glass wasn't under glass. I bet it's been a long time since you've been in a Gunsolly carding mill. There's the machine that does it. And any village has to have a sawmill. Here's another pond, but it looks like some pretty dirty water here. See what I mean? Messy water. And this is a grist mill. Here's a pretty good size machine shop. They do actually have some farm animals here. There's a bunch of sheep. I think I see why this windmill isn't turning. With all those holes in it, the wind's just blowing right through it. I wonder who thought that would be a good idea. Now this is practically an antique car. A real, genuine station wagon. You don't see those anymore that look like this.
Buy the farmhouse someday. You can go inside and see what life was like for Henry growing up here as a young man. We're now approaching Menlo Park, which is Thomas Edison's laboratory in New Jersey. He's credited with over 1,000 patents for this deal, and to Noah Webster's home, he is credited with giving us the first American. Or you can walk down Maple Lane, visit all of the homes here in the village. You can even go into Water, Maryland, originally comprised of over 700 acres, and in 1838 their principal crops were corn and tobacco. And their favorite farmhouse. Toledo and Ironton Railroad. With this railroad running north and south through Ohio, it had to be crossed by all the major railroads traveling east and west.
Why not use those?
We'll now be going by our Swanee Lagoon. This is being used now for flood control here in the village. Now, as you come into South Creek, this can be your entry point to go 2 blocks over to Main Street. You visit our carousel and down the hill 2 blocks.
They have this fountain out front. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a pretty classy restroom building. Well, that was an interesting time. Good day, folks.